Thank you, Maximo. So those of you who are familiar with 3ie may know that we actually have 3 offices. Our headquarters are in New Delhi, India, and we have a systematic review office in London, and we now have an impact evaluation services office in Washington. And we at 3ie are very excited about this seminar today because not only is it the launch of the seminar series, but it's really the first launch event for our Washington office. The office has existed in various forms, starting with me in the spare bedroom at my house last August, to now having real offices and a real staff and real programs of our own, one of which is now the Washington Seminar Series as a sister series to the Delhi series and the London series. So we're very excited today, and we also are very happy to be partnering with IFPRI in organizing and hosting the seminar series. And are thankful to Alan and Maximo and the 2 Sarahs for all of the work that they've done so far putting together this series. I'm going to take 1 second to plug one of our other new programs here in the Washington office of 3ie, which is our replication program. We launched this program just this week. And so you can see it on our homepage of the 3ie website. And under this program, we will be funding internal replications of what are considered influential, innovative, and sometimes controversial impact evaluations of development interventions. And in order to determine what existing published studies are candidates to be funded for replications, we're putting together a public candidate studies list. So right now and until the end of the month, we're crowdsourcing. We're looking for people to suggest what published impact evaluations, and published doesn't need to mean journal articles. It can be published by the World Bank, published by MCC, published by USAID, published by the UN. But what published impact evaluations do you think are really important studies that could use replication? Maybe not because we think that there's something wrong with them, but because we just want to lend that extra bit of credibility to those findings to make sure that policymakers pay attention to them. So you can see more about the program on our website, and you can send your suggestions to replication@3ieimpact.org. So we're welcoming today as a speaker at our launch seminar series, David McKenzie. And I probably don't need to introduce him because most of you are probably here today because you know who David McKenzie is and not because you're excited about the Washington office of 3ie. But I will give him a brief introduction nonetheless. David received his PhD from Yale University and spent 4 years at Stanford before he came to the World Bank in Washington, D.C., where he now is a lead economist. He's published over 50 journal articles across many different fields of development, but also, quite interestingly for us, has spent some time thinking and writing about methodology, from which I think most people in this room have already learned a lot. So with no further ado, I'm going to introduce David McKenzie. Thank you.